Hi everyone, it's Donna from Spaceman Paper Crafts, and I am back with a design team video for Thompson Craft Supplies, and I wanted to showcase this beautiful paper that Louise has got in the store. This is by Craft and the range is called Mint Wishes. So I bought the paper pad. This is a 6.5 inch paper pad. Let me just open it up and I can give you a look at some of the beautiful designs in there. I should have had all this ready, shouldn't I? Let's just open it up there. There we go. And peel these bits back so they don't get stuck on the pages. Okay, right, so 6.5 inch paper pad, so you get 12 different designs, so you get 2 of each design, so, and then you get 4 die cut pages. So obviously the back is going to be the die cut, and these are beautiful colours that you wouldn't normally think of for Christmas, but they're stunning. I really love them. And then these beautiful borders here, and then these little sentiments, and then we're going to go into the papers. So I'll flick through those. That's gorgeous, isn't it? And a lovely little polka dot. I mean, some of these don't even have to be used for Christmas at all. This one's lovely. I'll show you some of the 12 by 12 ones I bought as well. And they're all sort of embossed, and it's lovely and shimmery. It's lovely. Another cut apart sheet there. Baubles. These logs, gorgeous. Oh, and the wood with a touch of green in it. It's beautiful. So as soon as I saw these papers, look at this one. As soon as I saw these papers on the website, I said to Louise, I have to have some. So I bought this one. I bought the die cut pieces, the ephemera pieces that go with the collection as well. And then I bought a few of the 12 by 12 sheets. I think I bought multiples of some. So this is the larger version of this one, and it's got these beautiful like Christmas branches on the back. Then I'm absolutely in love with the wood. I got 3 of those. So this is the wood with sort of like the mint green going through, and then on the back it's the large polka dots. Then did I get, how many of these did I get? I got two of these ones. So it's that gorgeous flower and the wood with like the snow on it, which I think is gorgeous too. These papers are really stunning. How many of those did I get? So I got two of these ones, and then the back has got the large print words on: love, peace, joy, hope. So they're gorgeous. I got one of the triangles and this beautiful sort of scene. It's got the trees and the some of that blurred with snow. It's gorgeous. Then the logs, and this sort of a, it's almost like a birch tree kind of pattern, isn't it? And then I got a sticker sheet as well. I think I only got the one sticker sheet. Yes, so I got the sticker sheet, 12 by 12 sticker sheet as well. So I'm going to be using some of this today to make some notepad covers. I'm going to be doing a my very first Christmas fair at my grandson's school. Me and my stepdaughter are going to be doing that together, so I'm making lots of bits and pieces for that. So I had some notebooks in my stash, and these are them here. I got them from, I'm sure I got these from Amazon. They were quite inexpensive. It was a pack of 10, so I've used a couple, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, so I'm going to cover these. So I've already done the measurements and everything, so I can just talk you through that when we go. This pad is going to be too small for the covers, so I'm just going to put that to one side. So I'm going to be using these as well to decorate them, and I'm going to be using some of these 12 by 12 sheets. Okay, so let's go through the measurements. What you're going to need for this notepad, which measures 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. So what you're going to need for that, for cover wise, I've just cut them out of black cardstock. So the pieces need to be 9 1/4 tall and 5 7/8 wide in inches. Okay, then you're going to put it in your scoring board, or use your ruler and a bone folder, or however you score, and you're going to score at 8 3/8 and 8 5/8. Okay, so this will cover our notebook. Now this gives us a tiny little lip on the bottom, and this is what we need, because if it's completely flush to the notepad, you're not going to be able to open the cover, but this way you can lift up the cover rather than lifting up all the paper to flip the cover. And then we've got a little piece on the back. So then we just decorate the front, and there we go. So I'm going to decorate all these, and then I think maybe put them on the notepads. So I have to pick out some papers. So I absolutely love this one. This one with the words on. I'm going to have some of the wood. I want the large flowers as well. Let's find those. There they are. So what's that? That's 4. And then I think that might be too dark to do on its own. This one's not too bad, so that's 5. And then we'll use the back side of some of these as well. Okay, so let's move these pages out of the way. Put those over to one side. So I'm just going to go off now, and I'm going to cut all my paper down to the right size. So the size that you're going to need to cut your paper down to is going to be 8 1/8 tall by 5 6/8 wide. Okay, so I'll run over all the measurements again when I come back after cutting out all my pieces. Okay, so I've cut down my 7 pieces. 1 2 4 5 6 7, and remember they were 5 3/4 by 8 1/8. Okay, the card for the covers measures 9 1/4 by 5 7/8 wide. So we score at 8 3/8 and 8 5/8, and that will give us the correct spacing for the top. But when you measure for a book, always measure the width, and then the length, but always add however wide the gusset of the notebook is, and this one is, it's about 1/4 inch wide, and then however much you want to allow for the back. So you always allow that on, add that on to the measurements for the length. Okay, And the same sort of principle will work for any size notebook. You just need to measure. Right, I'm just going to fold and score my fold and burnish my score lines. I've got 2 pieces of card in here, and fold that one. We're going to be using 2 different types of adhesive for this. For attaching the paper onto the front, I'm just going to be using some art glitter glue, which is available from Thompson Crafts Supplies as well, in the 4 ounce or 2 ounce bottle, I think it is. This is the 8 ounce. I think it's the 2 ounce. I'll just, you might want to double check. So the 2 or the 4 ounce that's available. And then we're also going to use some score tape, or you could use red line tape or something like that, but you need a really strong double-sided adhesive. So I'm just going to put my adhesive on, and I'm just going to put it on this section here where it sticks to the back of the notepad. I'm just going to run a double layer across. So I'm going to do one with you, and then I'll come off camera and do the rest. Just want to trim that off there. Okay, and then I'm just going to make sure that fits all right. I think that one's actually a little bit too long, so I've just got a little paper trimmer here. I'm just going to trim another fraction off, and that should be about right then. A little bit more. You just have to double check. I mean, I was sure that the measurements were right. It could be this trimmer. I'm not used to using this trimmer. I normally use my Fiskars, but this was the first one I had to hand, and it is very different to the Fiskars for me. The Fiskars is great because it's got the little wire guide down the middle, whereas this one hasn't. So I'm just hoping that that's okay now. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so you may just have to do that. You may just have to trim them up a little bit. So I may not have got them dead on because I don't have that little wire guide that I really like. So on the back of this page, I'm just going to add the art glitter glue. You don't need a lot of this glue. This glue is really good, and it dries clear. It dries matte, so there's no sort of glossy shine where the glue has been. And it is really, really good glue. So I'm just going to stick that down to my page, my cover rather. Whoops, that is not right. It's hard to get over it when you're leaning over a camera. No. Do you know what, maybe if I turn it this way I'll be able to see it a bit better. Making life difficult for myself here now. That's better. Still not right though, is it? There we go. I'm just going to smooth that out with my bone folder and just make sure that glue's spread out everywhere. I don't want people buying these and they fall apart. Okay, so then I'm going to bring in our notepad and line it up to where it's got to go. Make sure it's right on both sides. Okay, and then I'm going to peel off the backer. of the score tape. Now what you don't want is, you don't want to put any adhesive on the spine here, the top spine of your notepad, because if you do that, it's not going to open very well. Just move my tissue paper. So that's as simple as that, really, to cover a notepad. So I'm going to go off camera and do all the rest, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about the embellishments. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back, and all our notepads are covered with this gorgeous paper. So what I've done is I've emptied out the ephemera pack to see if there's anything that I want to use on the covers. I've also got the sticker sheet as well here. So let's have a look at this one first. Let's move the rest over here. I found these and I thought these would look really nice together, because the plainer papers will probably need a bit more decoration. Yeah, it's got to go that way, hasn't it? And do that. I actually really like that. I think I might commit to that and glue it down. I think that looks great. That's so cute. So that's the first one done. So again, I'm going to go through and have a look at the sticker sheets and the ephemera, and then I'm going to decorate all the notepads, and then I'll come back and show you the finished decoration. Okay guys, I have finished the notebooks. I didn't want to heavily embellish them because the paper is just so beautiful, so I've just used little bits of the ephemera and things like that on there. So that's that one. This one, because that paper is stunning, I just put a little sticker from the sticker pad, and then that's one of the ephemera pieces there. This is the large sticker that's on the sticker pad, which I think is gorgeous. So I'll put that on there. These are also from the ephemera pack. I put those two flat and I just popped that one up on some little foam dots that I've got. This one I think is so pretty, but I wanted to carry the snow theme through. So I glued two tags together and then a bow at the top, and that's that one. This one I just layered a few pieces of ephemera on top of each other, and this one you saw me make first. So that is my design team project for the lovely Louise at Thompson Crafts Supplies. I'm just going to lay these out so you can see these gorgeous papers. So these papers, let me get the pad. These papers are by Kaisercraft, and the range is called Mint Wishes, which are available, as I say, from Thompson Crafts Supplies. So let me just have a quick look, because there was a paper in here that I really like the look of. Where is it now? This one, look at those pine trees, look. The difference with the pad, the paper pads, see, whereas this, I don't know if you can see, I hope the camera's picking it up, a lot of the pages have this gloss texture in parts that the 12 by 12 doesn't. Where else is it? I think it's on there as well. Hope you can see that on here. That's all gloss. This one, yeah, I think that's it then. Oh, and the polka dots are glossy, and some of the triangles on this page are glossy as well. And don't forget, you do get 4 pages at the back of die cuts to get those ones, these ones, the borders there which are nice, and the little die cut sentiments. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll leave the link for this collection in the description bar below, also the link for Thompson's Craft Supplies, and yeah, happy shopping. Thanks guys, take care, bye for now.